Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream with Mint Markets here. I hope everybody is well. Today we have Friday. We had already news today at 8:30 core PCE, and we have medium impact news Chicago PMIs we had at 9:45, and we have at 10 o'clock revised UOM consumer sentiment. So we'll jump right into the analysis. At the very beginning, please be aware that all being said and shown here is my personal opinion about the market. And that I'm not an investment advisor and do not real risk money or on anything being shown and said here. Hello, Hub, the Hub 1212. Hello. So you can see that I've already did some annotations on my chart, and I will explain them shortly to you and what I'm thinking and what I'm expecting today. We have here the opening range gap delineated in pink. Here we have the mean threshold. We are above the opening price at midnight and slightly above the 8:30 opening price. And we can remove that one. And I think we have a likelihood that we go higher today. We are already in a premium. However, I think we have to expect choppy prices today. So today we have to be very careful. It's not the best trading day today because we are ahead of a holiday weekend in the US. Monday is a holiday. So today a lot of people might quit early. And we can see that the price so far is already pretty choppy. We have consolidation, seek and destroy profile. And so we have to be aware of that if we're trading today. And we need to be careful and nimble. We can see that price action is not very clean. And also very important is this red area delineated here. It's the first fair value gap after 9:30. And we have marked it here in red. And we can see if that's being support here. And as a target, as a potential buy side liquidity target, we have yesterday's high here from Thursday, buy side liquidity above here. We have here the yellow one is a new day opening gap, and we have a new week opening gap here in blue at 5,650, which was our target yesterday and which got in fact hit today. All right, so the chat works fine, obviously. I'm glad that it works. Very warm welcome, the HAP 1212. If you like, let me know where you're from. Would be cool, would be interesting to know. And let me know how long you're trading ICT concepts, if you do, of course. And so far so good. We see higher prices. We have a news driver just now. Remember, we have consumer sentiment today. Just got the news. And we are in fact going higher so far, which is nice to observe. And we can see if this first presentation fair value gap has shows any kind of support or resistance, so we can see if this fair value gap so far, we can see that it acted as support here on the 1 minute chart. We can see if price wants to come back here, and if we see in fact some support here going higher. We are now in the new day opening gap here. Again, liquidity, in my opinion, is above us, but we have to expect some choppy price action today. So we have to be careful with our stop placement and also very careful with our trades in general. But we will of course see if we can get a scalp out today or anything. I expect bullish prices, and it would be cool to see if we can go back to 650 or even take out yesterday's daily high, which is 5663 thereabouts. But we have a big week today, so still some room to go. And also we have a previous day's high here right at the gap at 5650 and at 5649. What's the high here? 5649 on the S&P. So far, there was no silver bullet fair value gap presented here, in my opinion. We have a fair value gap here at 958, together with the first fair value gap after 930. Besides that, there is no fair value gap so far. Another one here on the 1 minute chart at 958. So far we are consolidating around this old new day opening gap here, which is nice to observe. And we'll see if we get a low risk, high probability trade opportunity here, but we have to be, again, we will not risk the world today, since the price action already shows us that it's not very reliable. And here we have a retracement here, and we have a fair value gap here, and I will okay, let's log myself in first. So we are back into this first fair value gap here, bullish order block, 2 minute fair value gap, and I will try along here. We have a fair value gap here, a small one. And I will try a short little scalp here. If it fails, I will be careful the rest of the day. So far, I will put the stop below the midpoint of this gap here, of this wick here. And yeah, we have the old, what is this here? Okay, 830 open here. And so far it's not, the reaction is not good. We closed below this gap. All right, I will close the position here again. Why? I just closed it here because we closed below this first fair value gap here at 940. Maybe it was a mistake, however. Yeah, so just a very small little cost here, but I didn't like the reaction here. So I will wait if we get another better, if price wants to show more insight here. So far, I want to see if we can get back above. The 2 minutes is respecting, actually very nice. Maybe that was too early. All right, now we're back above. That was probably too early. That was a bad close. I was looking here at the 1 minute chart and got confused by this candle here. Was probably not the right decision here, at least so far. But very choppy, really not easy to trade here. And we can see back again, fair value gap here 1 minute. Again, not respecting the first fair value gap here. Really hard. I think you need a really wide stop loss today. You really need a wide stop loss to not get stopped out today, which is not ideal for trading if I cannot rely on a good stop loss. I would have to take a lot of risk and put my stop loss probably like way below here, at least below this low here, to not get stopped out on any chop here to ride the move up, which I'm not feeling very comfortable, to be honest. Since I'm not sure where my stop will be safe here, it's a little bit uncomfortable position. Today it's hard to trust the market. Look at this, high taken, low taken, high taken, low taken, high taken, low taken, high taken. So we either gotta use a very tight stop and be okay being stopped out, or we just take a super wide stop, and then we would need to, we're opening up ourselves to a lot of risk, which is not ideal. So far it looks like price is still creeping up. Again, I'm looking for higher prices, gun to my head. So I think we will make an attempt to go to this uh, old new day opening gap. We have also an old daily high here, so we might see some reaction there. But it will be really hard to trust that if I want to take a long here, but we are already in a premium, and it will be very hard to trust the stop. We might get just stopped out because, right. However, I will take on another trade here, touching this old fair value gap here, and I will put the stop loss below the mean threshold of this gap here, and if it breaks all that, I'm okay. It's not a lot of risk, I'm okay with that. So let me try mean threshold. Okay, so the logic for my stop is, again, I'm using this wick here, and I'm below the 50% level. So it came back, it closed above here, it came back again, it came back often, and I think we should now, we could expand higher if I'm right, and I will set the target here to this, I will set it to 5,650 here. I will put my target. And I have some reasonable stop here. If it stops me out, then I really can't do anything about it. The market is very unpredictable, quote unquote, a little bit shitty today. Again, back into this first presentation. So we'll see if we have a chance to write this up or if we get stopped out. I personally would not, I'm doing this for showcasing purposes here. I personally would not recommend to risk any real money on that trade I'm showing here. It might be better today to sit still and to not trade at all. But I'm trusting here that this first fair value gap here will give some support. We have another 1 minute fair value gap here. I tried to long here on this retracement here. So far the body's closed here, and the stop is at the 50% level of this wick, of the 1 minute wick, and also below the 50% level of this 2 minute wick. But let's see if we have a chance, or if the market is just untradeable and stops us out and goes higher still. Really, really hard to say in my opinion. And we are stopped. All right. We are stopped. And I think so, stopped here, not a big hit, but still, I think I will not take any further risk today. I will be here tape reading it. Maybe there will be another setup, but I think I will not engage anything else here. I think it's not worth it. Just got stopped out and now it's going higher again. You can argue bad stop placement, but I think it's really unpredictable. The stop on a normal day, the stop should have been safe. The stop had a couple of resistance areas there. We had two fair value gaps here. We had the wick here. So if it's good, it can still go there, but it really should not have taken the stops if it wants to run higher from here. It broke so many premium discount arrays here by going lower. Yeah. Hello Abdul, welcome back. Hi there. Today is another beautiful price action day, as you maybe have witnessed already. It's untradeable in my opinion today. Let's check out the Nasdaq real quick. Maybe it's cleaner since we talked yesterday about trading the clean market. It's also not very beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. It will probably go higher. It will probably go higher and still do what I want or what I predict. We have still a lot of buy side liquidity here. Look at that. Nasdaq 19,693 in my opinion, a very, very hot level here. All this buy side liquidity here. I think that's where we want to go, but I think it's almost untradeable today. We would have to take such a big stop loss that risk to reward makes just no sense, because I cannot feel safe today with my stop. S&P probably same. Think we will go at least to 5,650. However, it's just so ugly. It is just so ugly. So it's probably better to not risk anything today. I mean, this is just untradeable. Seriously, it is. At least for me, it is. If someone can trade it, highly respect for that. I'm admitting openly in front of you, I'm not good enough to trade this job successfully with a high degree of certainty. I might get lucky. I might get lucky with a big stop or with, something. But I'm telling you openly, this price action, I don't think I can trade successfully with an edge here. And an edge for me is above 50%. If you're not above 50%, you don't need to engage a trade. Everything else is gambling. And here, I mean, where would you put your stop? Seriously. We had fair value gap here, should act as support here. Another 1 minute fair value gap here. Propulsion block, red candle here, should also hold price up. We have here a wick here, discount wick, 50% level, got hit. So the market just disrespects all the support and resistance levels, and it's just ranging, taking out liquidity all day long. Buy stops taken, sell stops taken, sell stops taken again, buy stops again, sell stops again, buy stops again. What's next? Probably sell stops. And it can still And even though the market is so choppy, we can still like chop around and at some point like go up there, take buy side liquidity. Gun to my head, I think that's what's happening. Again, I think the market is likely to go, or likely is good, but more likely than not. If I have to take a trade, I'd go for the long here. However, we are already in a premium and it might, I don't know, stop us out 5 more times before it maybe goes to a buy side target. But the buy side target, in my opinion, is the choice of the day. We have a lot of daily buy side targets to the upside. And we have, yeah, right up to Monday will be a new month, but be careful. Monday is holiday. So no trading on Monday. And ICT, I think, is even not trading on Tuesday. So I think he's starting on Wednesday. So Monday, not a trading day, and Tuesday, probably a good day to be careful or take off. And then Wednesday, if we're lucky, we will get some good price action back. So keep that in mind. And we have Y again, the 5,650 level, because we have old daily highs here from Tuesday, from Wednesday, which I think are of interest, which we could draw to. Monday is a US holiday, Abdul, as far as I know. US bank holiday at least. So that's why the price action is very choppy today as well, because we have a prolonged weekend. So it's a holiday weekend, so people take Friday off earlier, maybe, like Friday. A lot of people maybe are not even working today anymore. Monday is a bank holiday in the US and therefore not ideal for trading. So it will be as shitty as today probably. And you can already see how shitty the price action is today. And that is likely because we have a holiday weekend ahead of us in the US. And if the price action is shitty as that, you don't want to trade. I mean, I think you can trade the London session on Monday, but it will be just shitty. So if you have anything to do, if you have any private task to do, if you want to, I don't know, buy some groceries or anything, Monday's a good day to take off. So I'm probably not trading on Monday. I probably will also not do a live stream on Monday. And then Tuesday is the first day where it's normal trading again. But Tuesday will also be not ideal. We have to be very careful because the first day after the holiday. So we have to be careful on Tuesday as well. And probably Wednesday next week will be the first day where it will be like better odds for trading. So keep that in mind. And yeah, we can check also the calendar, the economic. And that's why we have to be also today extremely careful, or maybe it's also good to. I tried a low risk trade today, just for showcasing purposes, but I think it's better maybe to take the day off. Here we have a fair value gap. Fair value gap on the 2-minute. Trade it back into it. We can see if price wants to go back to the pink shaded area, the opening range gap here. So we can see if we go back down here. So far we did. We touched the high of the opening range gap. Very nice. And now I would like to see if we can take out the low here. and if we can come back to 5624, which is the midpoint of this opening range gap here. So we can see if we get some resistance here. We can see if price reacts here and goes higher. But I think the more likely scenario is, since we came all the way back here, I think price wants to upset the sell side liquidity here and maybe trades to the midpoint. I think that's what we have to expect. Of course, we can also just bounce here on the high end, but I think it would be, since we came all the way back, we have a likelihood here to take out these equal lows here, and at the same time have a chance to trade back to the midpoint of this opening range gap. Doesn't have to do it though. Hard market today. Look at this. So the best thing today is probably to sell old highs and buy old lows. Seek and destroy profile. If one wants to do that, that's probably the only option to trade this successfully. But it's also good it's really good, in my opinion, it's also good and important to study price and to be in front of the charts during this price action, even though it's not, you probably know that you're not going to take a trade or win today, but still, it's good to study what price does, its experience, and also it's good to contrast, to really journal that, to be aware how the market can be, and kind of save the market profile, seek and destroy market profile, so that you're able to recognize and retain that maybe on another day where, for whatever reason, we got such a market profile, we can see that and prevent ourselves from unnecessary trading and unnecessary losses. So it's good in my opinion, to really and see what see on how the PD areas are not respected on these days. I mean, see how the fair value gaps are basically, you get some reaction, but how they're not respected, and how they how wild prices, and especially mark how much it takes liquidity back and forth. It's easy to blow the accounts on these days, in my opinion. If you take a loss, try to get it back, start revenge trading, oh man, on this day you can destroy yourself. The only tradable way, I think, if you have an overall bias, but or you don't even have to have an overall bias, but the only, in my opinion, possible way to trade this is if you trade turtle soup setups. So if you sell old highs and buy old lows, and ideally you still, even though it's choppy, you still have a bias, and you can sell or buy the right highs and lows. In my opinion today, the only thing if I had to trade, or if I have to trade, is I would try to buy old lows maybe, because I'm still expecting, with all this chop, that we will go higher, at the end of the day, or we will close higher at the end of the day, or at least take out some buy side liquidity. So if you have the chance to buy an old low, that's in my opinion the only way that makes sense and that's possible to trade this, because retracement setups obviously don't work. So if you try to trade support here, basically ultra value gaps or retracement trades, you will get wrecked. So the 2022 model, in my opinion, doesn't work today, or doesn't work well today. A lot of sell side liquidity here left. Buy side liquidity here, obviously. Let's annotate the opening range actually. Haven't done that so far. So the range between 930. 930 is here. 950, so that still counts. So that is the opening range low. So the lowest low between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, that's here. And then we have the opening range high here. This fair value gap is of no importance anymore. Opening range high. Feeling a bit tired. We will meet on Tuesday, not trading for upcoming days. All right, Abdul. Yeah, was a hard week. All right. Thanks for joining anyways. And I wish you a good sleep and relax a little bit, enjoy your weekend, and we will come back on Tuesday. All right. And I think there's nothing wrong today with if you don't want to study the charts, if you don't want to, if you're tired or if you're very busy or stressed, today is the day. It's probably not a bad day to take off, but on the other hand, it's very important. You can even study this market profile and the characteristics, and if you know what not to trade, that can be very, or what are the characteristics of this market profile. I think it's still a very good experience and very important. And maybe I will see if I can make a turtle soup setup today. I will try to take it easy today, but if I have the chance to take a turtle soup long, I might show it here and I might take it. Yeah, but it's really important to not wreck yourself on a day like this, not blow your account with these seek and destroy profiles here. I will take this away now. We know that liquidity is at the opening range low. Opening range high was already taken out here. And we will see. I'm really curious. I still think we will we will go back to 5,650 today, whatever happens. That's at least my belief, my analysis. And we can see that once we took out some liquidity here, even though we could not take out this low, we took out some liquidity, we traded into the opening range gap, and so far we are running higher, taking out liquidity on the attacking the buy side again. So it looks like we're not going back down to the midpoint of this opening range gap, but trying to attack buy side liquidity again. And guys, if you are watching, I would highly appreciate it at this point if you like this kind of live streams and what I'm doing with the live analysis and live trades. I would highly appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up, and if you subscribe to the channel. That would be a huge motivation for me to keep going, and it would be really nice to grow this channel a little bit. We have 10:36, so I will close probably early today because it's not ideal. I don't think I will be able to show here a nice silver bullet setup. I might try to do the turtle soup here. But I will also close early or at least punctual, I think at 5 o'clock today. And start early into the weekend. So we took out the rejection block here, retraced lower so far. Could not close above the first presentation here for now. But we could easily hold ground here and go higher, in my opinion. We already took sell side liquidity out here, back to the opening range gap. And we're not able to take out the liquidity here. So that's a sign of a little bit of a strength here. And we are back to the first fair value gap at after 9:30 here so far. And we can observe if we have the strength. And I think that's a likely scenario that we take out the highs again at some point today. We have a fair value gap here, so we can watch that one. 1 minute fair value gap here. So we can see if this fair value gap acts as support here. In a perfect world, that should lend support here and should keep price above, attacking buy side liquidity here. Small little market structure shift here, traded above, fair value gap here, and now in a perfect world we would go higher, taking out buy side liquidity here. and we took out another high. Nice to observe here. And next potential target, buy side liquidity here. And here we go. Nice off this fair value gap here. Buy side liquidity target 6 pips, 6 handles, sorry. Not that we traded it, but at least nice outline here, nice prediction, and almost made it to the highest high here. So that's a nice little scalp here. That's a silver bullet here. Let's see if we can take out the highest high as well here, or if we go back into the range again. Again, I think the high probability target for today is 5,650. 5,650 buy side, so I am bullish today, even though it's really hard to trade. Really hard. And we're here opening, new day opening gap here. New day opening gap here, and retraces back down after taking out the buy side liquidity here. Let's see if it can hold ground here, if this fair value gap here can act as support, or if we just go back attacking sell side again. What a day. What a day. And as I made you aware of today, another sell side liquidity run in a seek and destroy profile. So what's really good is selling old highs, buying old lows. Maybe we'll get the chance to do this. I will try at least. So bodies are taken, so that counts as a, that could already count as a sell side liquidity run here. And even lower. Let's see if we can go to the midpoint of this opening range gap here now. Maybe we'll try a turtle soup long. I would have liked to see some liquidity taken out, not just go to the opening range gap here so far. but looks like it denies me that. We have buy side above here, sell side below. It's really not easy to trade this. I don't want to gamble here, but I would have liked to take a turtle soup. I mean, it kind of still is a turtle soup here. Liquidity was taken out here, and the bodies on the 3-minute chart were taken out here, and we went back into the opening range gap here, so it could expand higher from here. We are at the 8:30 opening price here. The question is where you put your stop here. If you take a long here, even though it can be successful, where do you put your stop here? Any suggestions? Everything is in danger, in my opinion here. A lot of sell side liquidity here, midpoint opening range gap, so your stop cannot be safe below here. What a beautiful day. We have 3 more minutes until the full hour macro starts. And also we want to trade today. If we take a trade, we want to trade it in the morning session. PM session probably worse ahead of the holiday weekend. So we gotta stay in this AM session. If we want to catch a trade. And we go higher again after taking out sell side liquidity here. Looks like we're going higher again. So we have 1 minute until the full hour macro starts, 10 minutes. And after this sell side run, we see another run on buy side liquidity. Nice, 10 handles already. If one is able to trust that, that's a good setup today. That's the only setup I think is worth taking. Did not convince me too much here. It took out liquidity for sure. And now we are back up again. And now the macro might be able to take us into new highs of today, taking out the buy side. All right. Again, what I'm looking, I think I'll close the stream here. There's no point of staying in this session, in my opinion. However, for closing, I think we will likely go higher still. 5650 again, one of my targets. Maybe if we get very animated, we could attack the highs from yesterday, 5663. That's what I'm looking into. I think it's not a very high probability trading day. We can see the only thing that probably works is buying old lows here or selling old highs. Thanks for watching, everybody. In closing, I would highly appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up if you like this kind of live analysis and live trade examples. And if you haven't done so, give the video, subscribe to the channel, and join my next live stream. Most likely I will be back on Tuesday because Monday is bank holiday in the US, so there is probably shitty price action to expect. So I will be back most likely on Tuesday. I wish you all the best. Take care. Don't risk anything today. And yeah, I'll see you next time, hopefully. All the best.